Bonjour, willkommen and howdy, and welcome to the FARG Motorpool. Today, quite exciting, we've managed to procure a rare-ish piece of French military equipment. It's here inside of this garage. It's been in here for probably 10 years, maybe a little bit longer. So we heard about this on the grapevine. I've come down once already, I've had a look at it, and we've secured it for the collection. So great reveal in the moment when we open up the door and we see what we have got. It's one of about 300 that were made. They were used by the French army, also the Argentinians, I believe, used them. They were attempted to be exported, didn't do very well. So it's quite rare to have one of these in the UK. So let's open this door and see what we've got. So here we are. This is a Lohr, L-O-H-R. They mostly made trailers, but they also made this, which is a unique little 4x4 transport, very similar to a mechanical mule, we might say. So this is a 2CV based light air portable vehicle. It's known as the FARG, which is French for load carrying, and I believe that this is the F501, but we'll find out later when we get it out. So today's video is going to be recovering this, getting it back to the unit. We're going to try and work on it, have it running by this afternoon, and we're going to go up the pub in it. So fingers crossed. So we've drained out the fuel tank, we've put fresh fuel back in here, which is great. We're going to go around and have a look at the engine now. George is currently taking the spark plugs out so we can see sort of what condition they're in. This is the engine, and to those people that are into French vehicles, you may recognise this as being a Citroën 2CV engine. Or basically very similar or based on one of those. So we've got the carburettor in the top. I think this is our oil, so we need to check on the dipstick. So we haven't pulled that out yet, so let's have a look, see if we've got any oil in there. Yes, we have. Just going to have a little smell. That smells nice. There's no petrol smell to that, which is great. So we've got the right amount of oil. Then obviously we've got our alternator here, our exhaust pipes, and down here is the first cylinder with a spark plug, and over the other side we have the second cylinder with a spark plug. So we're going to take these out and have a look at it, and you can actually interestingly see how this is driven. So therefore there is a drive belt here that goes down and turns this rear prop shaft, and on the other side again you've got belt driven prop shaft. The prop shafts then flow through into the front and the back, which are basically exactly the same. And here we have what we could describe as the differential, and then the inboard brakes. So these are disc brakes here. The power is then transmitted out through this CV joint down here into the back of the wheel. Here we have the spark plug that we've just taken out, and I'm happy to report that that's looking pretty good. May have been burning there a little bit lean, maybe it's a little bit hot, but to be honest, I was fearing the worst. It's not covered in thick oil and it's not rusty, so I think we're in pretty good shape. So I think that'll be absolutely fine. We'll get that cleaned up and we'll get that put in, and we'll go now and put a camera endoscope down the bore so we can have a look, see the condition. Here we are, probably can't see very much on this, and we're going down inside the bores, but the bore seems very good. There's a very, very small amount of light surfaced, very, very light surface rust, which has been sat for a while because the valve is open, probably the inlet valve. And so that's not looking too bad. So we'll have a look in the other cylinder now. This is the driving position. We have our different instrument panel here, and we have this tiny little glove box inside of here. So it seems that we've got an FL500, not an FL501 as I thought we might have had. Opening that up, we've got fuses in there, so we'll be able to go through those a little bit later. But for now, we're just going to have a carry on investigating. Under the floor here, next to the driver, is where the battery goes. So we're going to clean all this out now. These look quite good. We could do with putting those on to better effect on the ends of those wires, but we'll do that another time. So we'll get this all vacuumed out and we'll get a battery in there and see if we've got some life in it. Meanwhile, the spark plugs, we're going to put copper grease on, and these now have been cleaned up, and we'll get these spark plugs back in because they look quite good. So here we are again with the engine. We just cleaned the spark plugs, put them back in. We've just inspected the bores and they're looking pretty good. We've noticed there is a new fuel pump down here, so we're pretty optimistic. We've got oil in it, there's no sign of water on the dipstick. This is obviously air cooled, so we don't have a radiator to look for. What's nice is we've still got the data plate. So this was made in 1978. Fresh fuel, new battery, fingers crossed. Everything seems to be good and okay. So we're going to try and start it. So probably last time this was driven, it was at least 10 years ago. Have you got that tax disc there? So we found this while we were working on it. So looks like it was 2014 before the last time it was driven. Okay, so let's have a go. So over here we've got the choke, which we've got pulled fully out. Okay, we're going to turn the power on here with this kill switch. I'm going to put on the ignition, so hopefully some of these dials will jump. Excellent, so the temperature jumped and we've got 12 volts. We check that the vehicle's in neutral, and we're going to, I believe it's a press start on this one. We'll turn it over and see what happens. Okay, so that means that it's not throwing, the solenoid's not working on the starter motor. Easy start. It's not a product placement, but this stuff's amazing. And we're just going to squirt that into the air intake, which is, believe it or not, the other side. It's all new to me, it's all new to me. Okay, so here is the air intake. So we're going to put some starting fluid in there. And we'll turn it over again. Okay, well, that was encouraging. Some life left. Taking the carburettor off, It had gunk in it. We've cleaned it to the best of our abilities, and we've got it sort of running okay. For now, because we want to try and get this running by the end of today and it's on the weekend, then we have just patched the exhaust pipe with some patches over it, but apparently they are readily available on a well-known auction site, which we will investigate next week. But for now, we're just going to put the old exhaust back on. So everything is looking pretty good. I've just turned the lights on and the lights are working. I can't seem to sort out the indicators, but we'll use hand signals, hopefully. So as soon as George gets that exhaust pipe on, we're going to see if it actually drives. I'm going to drive it for the first time. How exciting. Over here are the handbrakes. There's one for the right and one for the left. So basically they need to come on together for parking. The differential brake is a handbrake that's on the other side of it. Let's not worry about that. We've got 4 gears. Well, 5 in fact, reverse and 4 forward. So let's start it up. I'm going to depress the clutch, make sure it's out of gear. Putting the ignition on, we've got it. And let's see if we can start. Okay, so we've got idling. Ooh. There we go, the roar of all those cylinders. Motor tube, reverse is there. Handbrakes are off. Let's see if it goes backwards. Lift the clutch. Oh, look at that. I think I've even got lights. Tell me if the lights come on. Machine. This thing is so dangerous. Oh my days, I've never been anything so unprotected and so quick. I don't know, I've only got into 3rd. There's 4 gears on this thing. I'm just lost for words, absolutely. Let's crack on, I want more of it. It's so fast. Oh my lord. Piece of kit. Just the traction's unbelievable on it, the speed's unbelievable, the control is magnificent. The only thing is, this is a death trap. It's going to turn over for some reason or another. I just feel it in my bones. But anyway, until that happens, let's go on and enjoy it. Let's get to the pub. Oi!